Hello everyone, Time Rover here, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Surviving Mars. We are Brazil, and we are on Sol 142. Hoping to wrap this series up here shortly. We are working towards completing our mission goals, which we only have 2 more left. We need to get a 3rd dome connected to our, multiple dome connections here. And we need a dome with more than 200 colonists. We're at 130 right now. But we're hoping to sort of flush out this one right here, which is our most recent, dome edition. When we last left off, we were in the middle of a meteor storm. That does seem to be doing quite a bit of damage, actually, to our base here, our facilities here. Mainly because, for some reason, these guys aren't actually, granted, they don't have as good of a range. There we go. See, and they're really slow. Like, that one hit. This vehicle shot something off, but it didn't actually get down there in time, which is quite annoying. Yeah, they're not super useful. Meanwhile, we do have a dust storm incoming. And how is our systems here? Storage. Everything is looking okay. Now I think, yeah, these things will be moving into the eastern direction here. Ooh, do we have something over here? Just out of curiosity. No, that thing's gonna actually hit. Not only that, but like, this thing is not working properly. Let's put a... Can I get a defensive turret? I'm gonna put a defensive turret right there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these things here, I guess. Yeah, we got a fracture.
Meteor incoming.
It's a shame. Alright, let's see. Are you gonna fire on this thing? Slow speed. No, you're not. Why not? You're within range. Remote control reclaimed by protects against meteor strikes and ESA-Corp vehicles. I don't know. So clearly, the mystery that we got was even worse than initially thought. Like, I thought, okay, well, it wasn't too hard and difficult. I was a bit surprised by that, but I also thought, hey, we got these, like, mobile defensive turrets and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, they don't seem to be helping us all that much. Can we prioritize this? Unfortunately, we're going to be kind of out of luck. Just a bit. Where is my transport? Alright, you are going to probably... Oh, we don't... What do we need over here? Yeah, we need some... Okay, you're going to go and drop off these resources over here. And yeah, this meteor storm is kind of rough for us. Got quite a bit of time. Power grids, we've got things separated. We got leaks detected all over the place. We gotta go ahead and turn off our valves here so we can stop the leaking situation. Turn that back on, and then control turn off. Turns them all off.
Sector scanned. Resources are low.
Ah, my goodness. Yeah, these things aren't getting built. I mean, I think resources, we have the resources more or less, they're just spread out pretty darn far. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and get some rockets sent back. I do want to send a rocket full of colonists, yes please, and we'll send another, do we want to send a cargo rocket? We got a lot of money. How is our resources looking? Electronics are what we are most short on, that and metals. But metals are kicking back pretty darn nicely. And we are making a surplus of electronics, so I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah, but maybe it would behoove of us to send that, because we do have a couple things set up for electronic usage. So you know what? Let's go ahead and send that. What else do we want to send? Tell you what, I want another machine factory or something along those lines, because we can't really build those yet. I think we still have a machine parts factory, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pause it here and take a look at what we've got in the storage here. No, but we can build them. It's the electronics factory that we can't build. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another electronics factory. That's some jobs for our new dome. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and then just max out some more electronics there. And you know what? Maybe we'll just grab a few more drones. And just, yeah, max out. Lots and lots of electronics. Everything else we're doing okay. The metals should be coming in fairly steadily now that we've, you know, gotten these mines set up. They're not quite there yet in terms of power, but eventually they will be. In fact, we can probably assure that they get set up. I thought, well, no, they're set up. I think they're just not being powered because of all this. All these damages in the lines and so on and so forth. How's our water situation? Water is doing fine. Yeah, we've got destroyed drones all over the place, which is never a fun thing. Deconstruct. 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 I think that's everybody. Yes. And we got fractures. Idle deposits. Go ahead and remove that. That's going to be okay. Alright, I think we're alright. How long do we have on the dust storm? Well, that's a little long. But, you know, that's been brought online. Unfortunately, it's kind of pointless. Let's go ahead and get that going a little bit quicker. But yeah, these turrets don't seem to be as good as the missile defense system. They seem slow. They're very slow. Now again, we're not... These things are hitting, even though they're supposed to be hitting over here. They're actually catching our dome. I did not know that was a thing. But luckily, the meteor storm's almost over, and what is left of it is moving off into the distance. So I think we're okay. Where is my explorer here? You're probably going to get nailed, most likely. I might actually just send you down there for now. Try to get you out of the pathway there. Dust storm is dwindling. How's our power situation? Power's doing fine. Life support, all this is fine. We're not getting any warnings about domes having issues or anything like that. Got a lot of room for work slots as well as people, which is fine as well. So we're going to want to land the people over here.
Resources
once
are
the
low.
dust storm passes. But yeah, we want to build another dome down here soon to take care of that one that one mission goal. All right, yeah. We couldn't do anything about that. That's, you know, fine. We got a lot of working stuff happening over here. But we can't land these things until the dust storm finishes. So they're just going to have to hang out a little bit for the time being. All right, let's go ahead and deactivate our turrets to save some power now that they're done.
Resources are low.
Yeah, water is low. Why is that? Well, not really. I mean, all of our domes are still being serviced.
Anomaly
so
found.
that's fine. New technologies. All right, you come down here, research that. I almost want to send. Well, we literally only have like 2 more bits down here, because I don't think these really don't matter because there's no buildable area. So we're not going to be too concerned for that. Now, where I think what we're going to do with the
There are Earthsick
electronic
colonists.
one is just send it down here, because we still have a huge stockpile of fuel down here, and I want to get another shuttle prepared ASAP with passengers. So let's go ahead and do that. We got 2 hours left. 1 hour. And come on. You got some leaks all over the place. Oh boy, dust storm is failing. Alright. Things should be better now. Let's go ahead and open the valves. Are we still leaking? It doesn't look like it, so we should be alright. We'll turn those back on. And you are going to drop here. Meanwhile, you are going to drop there. Bring in some more people. How are we doing in this dome? We need some relaxation. And plane. I'm going to make sure to get these going as well.
New colonists have arrived.
Soybean. Let's go soybean, soybean, and then I might switch this out for giant potato. Core water. Where did you... What? Core water. Didn't we already have that? Oh no, this was... We just researched this. Right. Underground, rich underground water resources. Right over here's one. Excellent. Well, no, it said extremely rich. Where... Tell me we have some up here. Yeah, go ahead. Abort launch. Just forget it. Yeah, I don't know if we actually have them. It said extremely rich water deposits, and it doesn't look like we actually have any. Uncovers extremely rich water ground or underwater things. Oh. I mean, those have always been there. Haven't they? I mean, I wouldn't consider those, you know, super rich. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. 500,000? 500,000. Well, we're going to get that set up ASAP. It's a shame that we're going to have to, like, put dust and everything on our equipment around here. That is kind of unfortunate, actually. Let's go, I guess, here? Sure. And then we'll just build right there. Just to get that thing tapped. Is that the only one?
Research complete.
It would appear so. Mega storage is completed. We'll want to get that set up too. You can launch now. What do we have? We have a couple. We've got a guru. We've got a saint. Cool. Take it. Alright, how are we doing over here? Things are coming in. This is getting refueled. Excellent. Just out of curiosity, do we have any anomalies? Nope. Alright, never mind then. Alright, we need to get a couple things here. I want to get another exercise bit or some luxury and services here, so let's take a look. We need exercise, and plane would be a thing. You get a research, but no, we are going to put in the electronics factory over here. Because there's going to be a good bit of rare metals coming out of this thing once it finishes. So let's go ahead and put you there. We'll turn this back on. You need to go around and pick up some concrete, which, yeah, we're pretty good with this. We're almost there, so let's get you to start hauling stuff over here, and we can finish our Mohole. Alright. Alright, and then just unload over there. Yeah, no, electronic factory is more than sufficient. We need a lot more people, which we have people on the way, so which
Sector
is fine.
scan. Anomaly
We
found.
do want to encourage geologists and engineers over here. Let's just encourage that. Alright, you've been finished. Let's get you building some potatoes. And then I want more housing. Alright, because we got room for a lot more people here. So give me the dome, the education and homes. And yeah, let's get some more housing going on there. And then we'll build another dome probably over here. At least for right now. Get out. Alright, you're done. Go ahead and resources will be lost. That's not ideal. Can we like come over here and just pick up those resources? Try to get this thing out the door. There we go. Now fire. Do we actually have... No, we don't. Ew. That is not great. I do want a food depot over here. As well as just a universal depot, I think is going to be a-okay. And I want to try to keep like 20 bits of food over here. This can be turned off. We don't need food over there. Rare metals we'll need, and I guess everything else will be fine. Got some rare metal funding. Excellent. Okay. Well, once this finishes, excellent. Now it's going to go. Perfect. So where are we going to build the next dome? I want to build it, obviously, over here. I mean, we got some resources right there. It might just be a very small dome, too. We don't... Well, we do have some of the... some of these domes that we could probably queue up. Alright, we'll go with that. That's getting progress going. And I would kind of like a few more shuttle hubs. Let's try to get a couple more of these bad boys going. Got one over here. Let's get one up in this area. Do we have a... Yeah, we do have fuel and everything up in this area here. Let's tuck you in right here. Got a lot of fuel actually up in there. A lot of fuel. But I'll be happy about that because we have maxed out all of that stuff. We've maxed out all of our shuttles. Have we done the upgrades on the shuttles yet? No, we should probably expedite that as well.
Research complete.
Hooray, we got the Mohole. Lovely. Alright, the Explorer. We don't have any other things for you. Nope, we do. Up here. Excellent. What are you? I think we've gotten all the breakthroughs we're going to probably get on this map. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. Martian board is done. Excellent. These things will just give us research, which, hey, that's great.
Sector
All right,
scan.
so you are producing rare metals, which we need, and I'm going to put those over here. Rare metals.
Funding received.
Okay, let's get the passenger rockets. Launch. We're not going to have very much, that's for sure. I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that 200. in one dome.
Anomaly analyzed.
At least not with this dome, because we don't have as many applicants anymore. I mean, we could probably pack them in. But, like, yeah, we only have one applicant right now, which is not great. Security officers, we got a lot of research. Decorations, that would be good to help, like, our people's sanity. Home Collective, Dream Reality, Hawking Institute, one-time funding. Just out of curiosity, are births allowed in here? Yes, they are. Alright, you're all getting done. We're now producing a lot of electronics. Alright, suddenly our resource situation has just vastly improved. What do you need to actually expand?
Colonists.
Lots of gears, which we're not going to be able to fund right now. So, never mind. We're not going to do that. In fact, I could probably do away with these metal extractors.
Research complete.
Shuttle speed is finished. That means this thing is done researching. Yep. So come up there and finish that research. Actually, come over here. Since you're down there, I didn't realize there was another anomaly. Get that done. What are we researching now? That's fine. Let's try to get some of these techs taken care of. Lowers the risk colonists will develop flaws after sanity breaks. Martian-born, that's fine. Get the Martian strength. Just do a bunch of those. Now, at this point, I don't know if we actually need to get... I don't think we need to actually get any more like resources. I think we're going to be okay. So what I might do is actually spend our money on outsourcing here. Get 5,000 for 1 million. I think that's fine. Just try to burn through some more research as soon as possible. Water is fine. Speaking of water, let's go ahead and get a couple more large tanks now that we have them. I'm gonna get the large tank somewhere maybe over here. I tuck this in somewhere. Not really. No. And I mean, you would want them to sort of be used by multiple people. So like this one, if we put it here, I can try to feed it into these multiple domes here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. You are ready to land, so go ahead and land right there. Anomaly analyzed, got some research, excellent. This explorer can then come back home and research that. Don't do this.
New colonists have arrived. Colonists are departing.
I want this stuff done first. Yeah, we got people leaving. Things are not great. All right, let's focus on some services again. We just don't have the manpower, though. Unemployed, vacant residential slot. Well, I say that, and it does appear that all things are being handled. What I might do is trim these guys back. Only put the geologists in there. There we go. Get rid of you, and trim you back. And then let's just get some services, some additional services. What do we want in here? What's the most? We got relax. So people just need relaxation. Open air. We get some parks. We want to take up a big area with a huge park. I don't think we want to do that. Let's go one right there. Got a small garden. Do something like this, just to give a bit more relaxation. We do need shopping. We're making pretty decent electronics right now, so I think just to make this dome a little bit more comfortable, we're going to try to get an electronics store in here. Go there. And oh yeah, we need to put a cut in the video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm tempted to just get rid of these two items, or these two things right now. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of metals right here that we could mine those out. But this Mohole is going to like provide us with all the metals we're going to really need for the foreseeable future. And yeah, we still have some unemployment, vacant residential slots. I'll need to add some more things in here. Yeah, we may not reach that with this dome. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're reaching a point. Let's get a playground for the kids in this dome. We may need to, well, we will. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and put this large dome over here. This will be where that goes, and then that will be paired up with this, and will get us our next milestone here. But yeah, this is going to take a little bit more. Have a dome with more than 200 colonists. Why does it only say 47? We have one dome that's 128. I don't know. It seems a bit on the irksome side here. We really need to just make our people more comfortable. And so I think I'm going to focus more on these things. Because I can't believe we don't have the home stuff. Where is that? That has to be somewhere around here. Decrease number of workers, hanging gardens, infirmary medical upgrades, improved service comfort. Yeah, we need to get some of this stuff done. New crops at the farms. Increases birth rate. Wasn't there an upgrade for the homes themselves? Electronics factory. I'm pretty sure there is a upgrade for the homes themselves, which it doesn't look like we have, because I can't actually toggle this to be comfortable. We need to up the comfort of these apartments a bit. But we'll do that next time. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, let me know by hitting that like button. And if you want to see more content, as always, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.